The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. From the shotgun, Ryan. This one completes Alec Pierce. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Dancing to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
First and 10, Taylor now. Down at the 25. From the 25 on second down. Ryan, that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid. The turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Down to about the 45.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They go back to Pollard on second down, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Off the play fake, Prescott. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, Last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action, Ryan. That's caught by his tight end, Cameron Granson. Down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Ryan. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone. Just unable to complete it, but I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And the tight end goes in motion left. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. Gets around him, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The slot man in motion right. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Run for Pollard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Meanwhile, Ryan's throw pulled in by Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. He had already had an interception earlier. Now, Charles, he says, I think I'll get another, and I'll take this one all the way back for the score.
Well, you know how I feel about those defensive backs, especially safeties. They're certainly some of the best athletes on a team. They're asked to do a little bit of everything. And when you combine their athleticism with their field vision, those types of plays result.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Ryan. Left side, he finds Pierce. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the gun, it's Taylor. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Somehow I feel he's going to hear the same thing when he gets to the sidelines after this series. So close to the first down marker. Just tuck it and run for the first down. No sense trying to throw it downfield, and that one falls incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He finds Pierce. It's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Ryan. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On play action, Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Final play of the half, Prescott. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Play action now, Prescott. That one complete, Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Well, you don't become a two-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. And this is going to be caught. And how about that? Even after snapping it from back there, they still convert for the 2 points. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now it's Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Ryan to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Well, that sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Take it at the 37. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Pollard going to try the right side. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Going to run again here with Pollard. Down to the 25. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Ryan, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Again, Ryan. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They're now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Oh, he bowls over him. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That goes for a gain of 31.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Now it's Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, two-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Brandon Faison. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Touchdown, Colts! Michael Pittman, 51 yards. And the Colts use the short field to get in for 6. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as they'll try to get it to a one-score game with a 2-point conversion. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a one-score game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. Found a little room there as he's out to about the 37. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's 3rd and short. Here's Pollard again. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
throw it out right complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. In motion goes the tight end. Well, Prescott here to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Lamb. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Prescott to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Lamb. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The tight end in motion right. Prescott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Now Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians, as this ball game is now officially over. Like all great games, it came down to the